While the coronavirus has eliminated the typical in-person connections, local chapters are working to keep the relationship strong. KRCG 13's Ashley Eddy has talked to the director of the Jefferson City chapter. Ashley?
Kermit, the director, tells me the littles really rely on their bigs, especially during this time. That's why they are asking for the bigs to try to become creative. Lee Shield, the Jefferson City Big Brothers Big Sisters program director, says for bigs in the community program who usually see their littles in person, to replace that interaction with phone calls or FaceTimes. And for the bigs who are involved in going to see kids at schools, they encourage them to write letters or mail a coloring book, an activity they would normally do at school. Shield says they always need volunteers, but especially right now, so that when things return to normal, they will be ready to connect bigs with the around 40 littles that are on the wait list.
Our national office actually has enabled us to be able to video screen volunteers. Normally it's a face-to-face interview, but we're able to do that as well, to set up a Skype meeting or even a FaceTime interview.
School districts continue to decide on future plans for the rest of 2020. KRCG 13's Lexi Petrovich spoke with Columbia Public Schools officials. She joins us now live with what they had to say.
Well, Tony, Columbia Public Schools has not reached a decision just yet on when that end date will be. Their superintendent, Dr. Peter Stiepelman, says that they are waiting to see how the snow days they took this year will impact the number of hours that they are required to meet for the rest of the year. He does say that they have made the decision to move summer school classes online for the months of June and July, and he says that we can expect an update tomorrow on what they plan to do with prom and graduation. So of course, as soon as we learn more about that, we'll be providing an update on it as well. Now, Dr. Stiepelman also spoke about the distribution of school lunches with me, and he says that it's running smoothly. Their team is able to successfully deliver more than 1,000 meals throughout the community every single day at 80 different bus stops, and on the weekends he says they work with community partners like the Food Bank, Boys and Girls Club, and the Restaurant Association, to just name a few, that will help fulfill those students' needs.
On a typical day, almost 1 in every 2 children participate in our free reduced lunch program. And so we know this is a real situation for Columbia. Columbia has influence, it has affluence, and it also has a very strong working class.
Dr. Stiepelman says on their team they also have people that are able to help those families that say might not be able to make it out to the bus stop. They'll help deliver it directly to them, and they also have people distributing those lunches to homeless shelters, making sure that every student gets fed. And he says that they every summer develop a plan for the year as far as the school lunch process goes, and they apply for a grant. And he says it was really similar with what they decided to do with this at-home system, saying that they based their process off of that summer model.
Investigators say a Missouri Highway patrolman this morning shot an Eldon man during a hostage situation involving 2 women. Investigators tell KRCG 13's Mark Slavitt 34-year-old David Wallace got multiple warnings while armed with kitchen knives and gasoline.
Investigators say Wallace threatened an acquaintance and a family member with knives and threatened to ignite gasoline in their home. The women called 911 after locking themselves in a room away from Wallace. This bullet hole is evidence of a confrontation between Wallace and officers in the 200 block of North Leeds Avenue. Investigators say Wallace threw knives and rocks at officers after he refused to come out of the house. A trooper shot Wallace multiple times before paramedics took Wallace to a hospital with gunshot wounds.
No one else was injured in this incident, which we're very grateful for. So after the shooting, the victims were able to get outside of the house. We have talked with them.
Miller County prosecutors charged Wallace with 2 counts of first-degree kidnapping and 3 counts of second-degree assault. Wallace remains under guard at a hospital with a $500,000 bond.
Officers are still interviewing people, gathering evidence. They'll look at forensics. Once that's all completed, they'll complete their comprehensive report.